Hello everybody. Hey, it's David from Philippine American Couple. It's good to see you guys. I'm going to do just a little video today. Hopefully it's on some information that you guys might find useful and helpful. But please make sure you like and subscribe and share and give a thumbs up to our videos. Now, we're currently around the 1st of December, and it's at this time of the year every year that I kind of do a financial audit of myself, of where we're at money-wise. What did we do good this year? What did we do bad this year? What improvements can we make? Were we on target for our goals? All of those things. Now, I used to do this in January every year instead of December. But I don't know, maybe 7, 8, 10 years ago, I realized, well, why would I be doing this in January versus December? Because December is one of the biggest spending months for most people. Holiday shopping can be a financial killer if you're not careful with it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some things I think about when it comes to that. So, holiday shopping, Christmas shopping, we have a tendency sometimes to go overboard because we think that's what is expected of us. You know, the people on TV advertising, media, everybody tells us, look, you got to spend, 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 or you're not happy. Now, they also tell us to be a good parent, you got to buy a $10,000 whatever to give to your kid, or an iPad, or a $1,000 iPad. All of those different things. You don't have to do those. If you have the money and the resources, you want to do that, hey, more power to you, and I think that's great. Absolutely great. Because I do believe spending money during the holiday season stimulates the economy on a larger perspective. So, on a macroeconomics level, it stimulates the economy. That's what I was looking for, macroeconomics, not a micro. But today, let's talk about microeconomics, which is basically our finances, our money, and what should we be doing. So, I've made some notes. You know, it's kind of what I did when I teach. I would write some notes and try to, you know, just talk and chit-chat with my audience, my class. So today, I'm going to encourage you to, when you holiday shop, don't overspend. Give from the heart. If you can't afford it, nobody who truly likes you, who truly cares about you or loves you, would want you to go into debt just so that they could have another sweater, just so that they could have floor mats in their car, just so they could have whatever the latest, trendiest thing is to buy for Christmas. Nobody wants you to go into debt for that. So my advice is please don't go any further into debt if you're in debt, just to make people feel good about the holidays. Instead, give from the heart. Maybe make food, make homemade things, buy smaller things. People will appreciate good people who actually are worth of receiving gifts, will appreciate no matter what you give them. The ones who don't appreciate it, folks, you don't want to give them a gift anyway because they're just out for themselves, all right? So just my thoughts on holiday shopping, but enjoy it. You know, the holidays is a wonderful time, and we should celebrate it for the right reasons, not because we're getting gifts. Okay. So, but at this time of the year, as I said, I do my financial audit, financial review of the past year, and you know, I feel like Lorelei and I are always blessed. So, I'm very fortunate to get to help those that we help, and we're very, very fortunate to do that. One thing I do is I look at my will every year. this year I'm definitely going to make some changes to the will. It became obvious, that there's some changes that has to be made. My first priority is to protect the financial health of my wife, which I hope is yours too. And if you have biological children, I get that also. So I'm going to refocus, some of my will to concentrate on, I hate to say this, but people that are more deserving than the way I did have it, or charity and organizations that would benefit and actually do well with the money. Because and I know you guys don't know me well, but all my life I've always said I do not reward bad behavior. And I don't believe in doing that. I don't believe in rewarding bad behavior. The other thing that kind of follows along with where do you leave your money to, is this. I got a friend who's much older, much wiser than I will ever be, and has told me repeatedly, the funny thing about leaving an inheritance is it's whoever gets it, whoever receives the inheritance, will usually piss it away in a year. So what good are you really doing if you just give them a chunk of money? Because usually it goes away and do any good. So I've always encouraged people to spend your own money. If you got a bunch of money that you think you're hoarding back for family members, go spend it, enjoy it, go travel, give it to churches. Give it to local groups, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the youth centers. Give it to anybody else who you, while alive, can see that it's doing good. I think that's the big key that we miss out on a lot. We think we got to save money back for family members who probably won't appreciate it or just waste it in a year. And not everybody's that way, but I'm just generalizing. Versus implementing it while we're alive to see how good of benefit that money can do. And I got friends that do that, and it always impresses me how they generously give to groups and organizations while they're alive that can truly benefit from their resources. So we have to work on our will this year. We have to do that. Now, the other thing I encourage you to do is to do a credit card audit. And what I mean by that is look at your credit cards. See if there's not a better credit card for you. If lower interest rate or no interest rate. Do you get bonus points? Is there no transfer fee? So look around and see if you use credit cards and if you have any credit card debt, if there's not a way that you can improve upon that. And of course, that should be one of your small goals leading to bigger goals, is reducing any debt that you have. So review your credit cards, review your auto and home insurances. One thing I've learned over the years, and I've had friends in the insurance business tell me this years ago, is, about every 3 years, you need to challenge your insurance company. You need to find out if you're truly still getting what you consider a good deal. Or do you need to shop around and find another company that will either give you more services or coverage or cost you less money? Because complacency happens in the insurance world. If you're happy with it, they're going to be happy with it. And they're going to slip in little bumps and little increases that you don't even notice. Especially on your mortgage. Because if you have a home mortgage, as you know, your insurance is paid through your payment. And so it can go up, right? And you don't even really know. Oh, it went up $10. Well, the bank takes care of all of that. It just adjusted my house payment a tiny bit. Well, but if you think about it long term, that can add up to a lot of money. So I encourage you to do that. Review those things. I would take a real hard look at your spending habits. Now, we spend too much money on fun and entertainment, without question. We could tighten our belts there and do much better and put much more money in the bank. But I think I got to review that. So I encourage you to do that. Review how much you're spending on what. And here's ways you can do this. A lot of times if you have a banking account, you can simply log on to your bank account. And now most banks have e-tools that will allow you to sort your funds. Sort your deposits so you can see how much money came in and came from what resources. Then you can also look at your spending habits, and you can divide those up into categories like household items, fun things, miscellaneous, medical, all of that. So look at all of that. Think about all of that, because part of that is you're going to need some of that information for your taxes coming up in, February is when I like to do mine. So, because you want to get ready for that. And so you want to look at and keep track of and see what medical expenses you have in hopes you have enough to claim it on your taxes. So I would review your spending habits. If you're having to use credit cards just to live, I know this is hard and people are this way, but I encourage you, whatever you got to do, to get away from that habit, because that's a vicious cycle that the credit card companies love. They get you into debt, they want to keep you in debt. And they're not going to make it easy for you to get out. And so they're not your friends. They're not going to be helpful to you. So figure out some way that you don't have to depend on a revolving line of credit just to make your daily bills. Something I encourage, all right? One of the other big things is make goals. I'll do this. I'll sit down with Lorelei, and this is what I encourage you guys to do. I want you to sit down with your spouse, sit down and go over your finances for the year. What did you do? What did you learn? Talk about it, openly discuss it. Talk about what goals you guys would like to achieve. And then I would pick, what I do is I look at lofty goals. Well, our big goal is I want to own a yacht in the Mediterranean. Well, how am I going to get there? How I'm going to get there, besides winning the lottery, is to make small goals and start off like that. Get rid of debt. Save more money. Don't eat out as much. Cut down we don't smoke or drink, but cut down my smoking or my drinking. Or, okay, one of our vices is we love our little wiener dog girls. And we buy them a lot of dog treats, and I mean a lot of dog treats. I'm going to really have to look at that, because I got a feeling our dog treat bill is not good. So we're going to have to look at that one for us. But it's small goals. Figure out what you can do to improve things. Set you out some milestones. Maybe every month it's to save an extra 2 or 3%, or it's to pay off 2 or 3%. And look, there's a lot, if you are seriously in debt and under the water, there's a lot of ways that you can improve your credit pretty quickly. And part of your financial audit should be that. You should look at your credit report. You can go on, what is it, creditkarma.com, and go on there and find your credit report, not just your credit score, which is important, by the way, but your whole credit report. And remember, if there's anything not right on your credit report, you can dispute it. So if there's a negative mark on there that's not your fault, or it's not you, maybe your whatever used your name, or it's just literally assigned to you and it's not you, you can challenge all of those things. So do that. You and your spouse or your family, if you want your kids involved, which I actually don't recommend any minor children be involved in adult business. I think children ought to be left to be children and not to be worried about adult things. I think it's great to teach them money management and teach them what you're doing, why you're doing it, but not necessarily the details of your own personal finances or struggles. I don't think that's good. But teaching them about why you're saving money, or your goals, or how to use a checking account. All of those things are fantastic, and you should do that. All right? So, most importantly, though, chit-chat with your spouse. You guys work together. You guys come together. And I promise you, your next year's audit will be much, much better. Maybe you'll have more money in the bank and you can go travel. And that's what we like to do. All right, guys, if you have any thoughts or comments, remember, my opinion, if you, whether you like it or not, it's still my opinion, and I hope it's helpful. Hope you guys enjoy our channel, and thank you, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.